Colorado State Patrol set out to reduce drunk driving crashes by 15% this year. They are not going to meet that goal. So next year, they're going to try some new ideas. The chief sat down with our Mark Salinger.
I wish you would have been with me yesterday. Driving on I-25, going to Fort Collins, and found myself at the scene of a fatal crash.
Even after 25 years as a Colorado State Trooper, every crash still makes an impact.
I don't even have a word.
On Colonel Matthew Packard.
The terror, the hurt, the agony, all of these things as a family is literally ripped apart.
At least 80 people have died so far this year in crashes involving impaired drivers, including a toddler, killed by a suspected DUI driver in the crash the chief responded to this week.
And to know that people will make a selfish decision to do that to another family, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And you can prevent it. So please do.
When 2025 started, State Patrol set a goal to reduce impaired driving crashes involving injury or death by 15% this year. They won't hit that. Crashes have gone down slightly, 585 last year, 574 so far this year. Colonel Packard is frustrated.
Everybody knows that driving drunk is not smart, but yet we can't seem to budge that number.
State Patrol brought back DUI checkpoints for the first time in nearly a decade this year. They've put an increased emphasis on statewide sobriety patrols and increased training for troopers. But next year, they want to try something new.
One thing that we can lean into more is really addressing this overarching issue of addiction.
About a third of all people nationwide arrested for drunk driving are repeat offenders. Using public health models, CSP wants to respond to DUIs in similar ways to how addiction specialists respond to overdoses.
I'd like to think that when you've just been arrested, that's probably where the regret is the most. And if I can put a phone number, a QR code, a resource, someone's name in front of them to say, when you wake up tomorrow morning and your head hurts, this is who you want to call so you can stop that from happening in the future, and maybe we can save a life that way too.
Those DUI checkpoints that State Patrol brought back this year are expensive and labor intensive, but the chief says they're worth it. Not necessarily for how many people they arrest that evening, but for how many people see them when they're driving by and decide that they shouldn't drink and drive.
Right? Hopefully it sticks in the back of their head.
Exactly.
You can see how it weighs on them. You really can.
Absolutely.
Right. Mark Salinger, thank you.